As far as the injury report, we had 5 guys DMP today. Marquette King with a thigh DMP. Jared Vadier with a bone bruise, he was DMP. Adam Goss with a sore knee, very mild, DMP. Todd Davis with a shoulder, DMP. Adam Jones had a family issue, he was DMP. We had 3 guys limited, Von Miller with a thigh, Billy Turner with a sore knee, and Jeff Hireman with a sore knee, limited. That's it. Questions?
Has Marquette's injury affected his punting so far this season?
I'm not sure because it happened on game day. I think after the last punt he felt something. So I would say no, it has not.
How did having a shorter week impact practice today?
Well, today we kind of set a jog through. You know, guys are still sore from Monday night. We got our same reps, but at a different tempo. You know, it's going to be a short month for us, so we get that. And you know, again, we don't care about that. We got to put the work in. We have to recover, but most importantly, we want to get the game plan in, you know, early in the week and perfect that. You know, and as the week progresses, we'll get our legs back. But right now, it's about getting the game plan down.
Vance, did you call some of the defensive plays in the first half?
I always do. I share it with Joe. You know, that's been happening for 2 years. You know, I call some of the third downs, and again, you know, I'm in every meeting. We game plan together. We call a game together, and honestly, some of the rundowns, it's Reggie calling them. You know, some of the third down rushers, it's Bill calling them. So it's not one guy calling defenses. It's really all of us calling defenses. But I have called some this year and last year.
In the first half.
In the first half
of this past game,
I wouldn't say that. It was a normal deal for Joe and I.
After more testing, does Vadier, his injury doesn't look like he's going to be available this week? Is it a multi?
We'll see as the week progresses. Right now, he's getting better slow. You know, so we'll see. But I thought Billy played really well. You know, in his place on Monday night, and obviously Eli Wilkinson's a good young player. So I'm confident if he's not playing that, Billy will do a good job for us.
What do you need to see out of DeMarcus Walker for him to get on the field on game days?
Well, D-Walk, I mean, he's had a good camp and he's working hard every day. It's a deep, experienced room, you know, and we only dress 5 guys. There's only 6 guys in that room, so his turn will come. It's a long season. We've got 12 weeks left to go. It's a physical game, and guys do get nicked, so his time will come. But right now, we've got 5 guys playing really good football, so not his fault.
Speaking of that position, it seemed like Zach Kerr was all over the field on Monday. What did you see from him?
Zach's playing good football. He has been for a year and a half now. Shelby's playing good football. Gosses is playing good football. So our front 7, as far as stopping the run and rushing the passer inside, has been really good for us. You know, so I'm impressed with those guys, and that's the way they work every day.
Were you concerned at all that Kareem Hunt's success on Monday night? Or was
no, because that was part of the plan. You know, we knew we were going to play more shell coverage on first and second down just to bleed some running yards and keep the passing yards to a minimum. I thought the plan was excellent. Okay, sometimes you're going to bleed running yards because of the passing team you're playing, and the running game doesn't equal points. The pass game is where the points come in. So we knew that going into the game. So that wasn't their fault. That was more the plan.
And what are your pre-draft impressions of Darnold? And did you think he could end here by some senior?
Well, we worked him out personally, and he is a athletic guy. He's got a great arm. He can make every throw. He's very intelligent. He's a really, really good athlete. I mean, at the workout, the things he can do physically was really impressive. And you watch him play now, he's doing those same things. He can make big plays down the field. You know, obviously he's a young guy, so he's made some mistakes, but he can go hot and cold. You know, and if he's hot, it's going to be a problem. So, no different than last week. It's a good young quarterback with big time talent, and as those guys play, they get better and better. So you can't discount their talent. You know, they're young, but they're going to play well eventually.
What were your impressions of him as just a guy?
As a guy, oh my God, he was a great person. You know, very intelligent. He was one of the guys on the team. You know, so he wasn't alone. He wasn't a elitist. I mean, he was a good person. His teammates loved him, and if you spend 5 minutes with the guy, I mean, he was my kind of guy.
How did you learn from being on the road in that game, the Ravens, and even last year, that's the key to getting over the hump on the road for this team?
Well, I think our team's built to win road games, Troy. You know, we're averaging right now 5.6 yards a carry. That's huge on the road. We can stop the run, you know, and those 2 things are huge on the road. rushing the passer is huge in a row. So those things we can do. You know, it's just a matter of when we get in tight games, you know, being really detailed, you know, with our assignments and not making critical errors, whether it's the first, second, third, or fourth quarter. So I think our team is built to win road games. Running the football, you know, and taking shots on offense with our skilled guys and playing great defense. That wins road games. And our special teams. I mean, we have improved a lot. I think our special teams is really up there with Baltimore's and Seattle's now. You know, we can block kicks. We can make plays in a return game. So I think our team is built to win road games.
You prepare for their running attacks, and it seems like the snap counts have kind of changed there the last few weeks between fouls in a row.
Well, I'll tell you what, they've got a nice 1-2 punch with those guys. You know, Corral is a guy who can go 60. You know, he's already gone that this year. I think behind Todd Gurley, he's got the most 50-plus yard touchdowns in this league. So watching him in Cleveland last year, you know, take off for 60, 40, 50 yards, he's got it in him, you know. So we've seen it this year one time, and Powell is a downhill physical runner. So they've got a 1-2 punch, and that's our first call of duty, you know, stop the running game and make the quarterback one-dimensional. That's our job on Sunday morning.
You've mentioned a couple times now about scoring with the pass, not by the run. Can you just explain further kind of your thoughts on that?
Well, the running game, you know, it takes a lot of runs to make a lot of yards, right? So, I mean, they can run 15 times and make 50 yards, and they're satisfied with that, right? If you average 4 yards a pop, you're satisfied with that. But passing shots, passing chunks where the points are scored. In this league, you watch how teams score. It's really in the pass game, you know. The running game, once you get up, okay, or to control a game, having a running game is important, but to score points and to make big plays, that's through the passing game. That's never going to change in this league.
Yeah, but you scored 2 rushing touchdowns.
Yes, but from the red zone. So I agree with that also, but just trust me on that one.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Are you a little different, though, as an offense? I mean, you run the ball better than a lot of teams do.
Yeah.
Are you built a little different than some of these other offenses?
Well, we're averaging 5.6, so that speaks to the O-line, that speaks to the running game itself. But you know, hopefully we can stay with the run more often, you know, and control and win more games.
Vance, Demaryius made a nice touchdown catch earlier this season, but generally speaking,
yes,
can you put your finger on why he doesn't look like the player that he used to be?
That's a hard question. I mean, he's in his what year? I don't know his total years, but I mean, he's 9 years. You know, players change, bodies change. You know, he's still a good football player. You know, but to speak to when he was, you know, 6, 7 years in the league, you know, that's not fair. You know, bodies do change, but he's still a good football player. When you're playing against the Broncos, you can't ignore 88. No one does. You know, so you know, as guys get older, especially skilled guys, they do slow down some. But he's still a top-notch receiver in this league.
But Emmanuel's getting older, and he looks like he's getting better.
Different body types, you know, different skill sets. You know, I mean, he's a smaller guy. His game has always been quickness. You know, Demaryius' game has been size. It's been rack yards after the catch. That hadn't changed with him. He's still a big guy. He still catches the ball in traffic. You know, but he is definitely different. I mean, he's not a 24-year-old, you know, 4-4 guy anymore. He's probably a 4-5 guy, and that's okay.
A few more for the coach.
Is it a concern that Case hasn't thrown a touchdown pass since the opener? Is that something?
Is it a concern? Not really. You know, our concern is winning football games. You know, how we score touchdowns is it's my concern, running and throwing. But, you know, Case is going to get better and better with time. You know, we're figuring out who we are as an offense, right? It's been a month into the season. I've been proud of how Case has played. Our line's playing good, so we'll see. You know, he's going to get better and better with time.
The team announced a donation to Brandon
I'm sorry?
Marshall. The team announced a donation to Brandon Marshall's foundation. What have you respected about how he's handled his work in the community?
Well, he's got passion for it. You know, he's got passion for the community, and it's shown in his stance he's taken over the last 3 years. And that takes courage. You know, it takes courage, especially when you're at work doing those things. So I'm very proud of him. He stood by his commitments, and that's a man.
Last one, Nikki. Brandon McManus is one field goal away from hitting 100. He already has the highest percentage.
Right.
His consistency, how much does that help you guys as a coaching staff?
I'll tell you what, I mean, he's been awesome for us. You know, I mean, we almost guaranteed points at the 35-yard line, which is huge for your team. You watch the games around the league. Every game, it's extra points being missed. That's cost teams. You know, we blocked one against Oakland that cost them the game. So every kick is so critical, especially the extra points now because they're longer now. But he's been great for our team as far as leadership, and he's playing well. So he's definitely a weapon that helps us win.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Enjoy the day.